Hey guys, welcome to Bookish Islander. My name is Juan, and today I want to talk to you about two books that I'm currently reading, and they're two books that you might not have heard of, okay? The first book is the book of Disquiet by Portuguese poet Fernando Pessoa. This was posthumously published, and the words that are included in this volume were all, of course, written by Fernando Pessoa, but he never thought of this as a book. After his death, researchers and scholars went through his papers, and they decided that the separate pieces of writing that he had should be published, edited together and published in a single volume, and that's what they did. And since then, this has become a literary bestseller. If you can read in Portuguese, you should read this book in Portuguese because the writing is absolutely gorgeous. But if you can't, this book, don't worry, because this book has been widely translated into English as the Book of Disquiet and to many other languages as well. So I'm reading this very slowly. It's a very thick book. It's not the easiest book to read. It doesn't have a coherent narrative. It's not poetry. He's a famous poet who wrote many poems. But this is not poetry, but it's poetic writing. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to take my time, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because I'm pretty sure that it won't be included in my wrap-up for the current month of May 2019, and who knows, I might take more than a year to read it because I'm just gonna read a few pages when I feel like it. But I wanted to talk to you about it as soon as I could. So, Book of Disquiet by Portuguese writer Fernando Pessoa. And then the second book that I have for you, it's a book from the Canary Islands. So this is the first time that I talk about a book written by a writer from Tenerife, which is where I'm from, and it's where I'm coming to you from. So the writer is Rafael Arozarena. He's no longer with us, but he only published two novels. He wrote many short stories, and he wrote also for children and young adults, but he only wrote two literary novels for adults, and they're included in this single tome. That's why it's called novela. Novela, it's Spanish for novel. So this volume includes his two novels. The first one of which is called Mararia, and it's perhaps his most famous. It was adapted into a Spanish movie back in the 90s. I don't know if you can see there. Okay, so I read Mararia for the first time a couple of years ago, but I read it really fast, and I just have the vaguest memory of it. So when I saw this at my local library, I knew I had to pick it up. So I'm already halfway through Mararia, and I am loving it, and I'm finding it an incredibly easy novel to read, and it's the first time that I see what I think being in the Canary Islands and being from here and living here reflected on the literary texts, and that counts for a lot, I think. So yeah, I recommend it. If you can read in Spanish, you should be able to find it somewhere. If not, I believe it has been translated at least into German. I'm not sure about English. And then the second novel included in this volume, it's called Cerveza de Grano Rojo, so that's red grain beer. It's the title, which is very intriguing, and I've never read it before, but I want to read it as soon as I'm done with Mararia. I know very little about it. I know that from reading the introduction to this volume that it is very different in style. I don't know if it has been translated into any other languages, and I don't know anything about it, so I'm not recommended that one, but I'm recommending Mararia. So these are the two books that I'm currently reading. Well, I'm reading other stuff too, but I'll probably finish the other stuff before the end of the month, so I should be able to talk to you about those other books in the May wrap-up. So here they are. It's Mararia and Cerveza de Grano Rojo by Rafael Aros Arena, and The Book of Disquiet, or Livro do Desassossego, by Fernando Pessoa. So a book from Portugal and a book from the Canary Islands. I hope you like them, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye bye.